All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Today I am joined by Anita.
Hello.
Jenny.
What's up, guys?
And Warren.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all?
So this is our post-podcast discussion of Show Me the Money 777. So this is a little thing we do after our main podcast, which you should also listen to, which is on YouTube and all the podcasting platforms, including iTunes and Spotify. But we are here to discuss Show Me the Money 777 Episode 1. And I am not the rap guy of the group, so I will not be leading this discussion. So I will hand off to Warren, Jetlag, One Suck, Hubert, all that nicknames guy over there. So it's all you, Warren. Go.
Hi there, everyone. This is my time. This is my era. I'm gonna put behind my produced blues and talk about Show Me the Money. So before I felt like before we go into like the whole discussion about contestants and everything, I felt like it would be appropriate to like kind of go over how the show kind of works if you're if this like the first time you're actually like watching the show or something. And you should keep in mind that apparently like the way they're doing things this year, it feels like they're changing up the structure a lot, especially with the preliminary phase. So just keep this in mind and just like like if this isn't what happens, don't be pissed at me for me about it. But yeah, so there's three general stages, and the first is preliminary phase, team selections, and then the main tournament. The preliminary phase is the very beginning. Rappers or whatever you are back in Korea, they send their application emails, videos, or rap recordings, whatever. And then usually Mnet kind of chooses from them. And then it goes into round one of preliminaries where there's just a bunch of rappers standing in line, and then judges, go around, hand out necklaces if they think they're good, not if they're bad. Round two is like the 60-second rap challenge. You rap for 60 seconds. There's 4 judgment evaluations. If all of them say fail, you fail. If at least one of them says pass, you pass. Round 3 is VS rap battle, where one rapper and one rapper, they kind of choose each other and they see who's kind of better. So
I got some questions. So
go for it.
I watched this without the subs, so bear in mind my Korean's not perfect. But so to get to round 1 after you emailed your application in, they only chose 1,000 rappers, correct?
This year they only chose 1,000 rappers. My understanding is that every year there's way more.
Okay. So that was one thing I thought was interesting. Number 2 thing I thought was interesting is that this episode, I was a little confused because normally round 1 is like a big deal, right? Like when they like audition in front of the judges 1v1 is normally like a huge part of Show Me the Money, and they just went straight into round 2. Do you know anything about that? So
the way Mnet's been putting it, and they mentioned this a lot in their promo material, is that the rappers have always complained, contestants and producers alike, they've always been complaining that, hey, the initial judgment process takes way too long. Yeah. Rappers need to wait like 14, 15, even like 20 hours before they're judged. So like, I think that's the way they kind of got rid of that.
I feel also it improves the quality of the show because you don't get to see a lot of crappy people anymore.
Right, yeah. I don't want to see the comedians doing some funny shit.
Because it seems like starting at round 1, after you've done pretty much 2 levels of elimination, everyone is pretty good already that you're listening to. And another thing I have to ask is, in round 2, they were giving money out to the contestants who passed.
Okay. So
fight money, that's what they called it, yeah?
Right, they call it fight money. And they haven't really done a good job explaining, even in Korean so far. So I'm going to just make a couple guesses here and there. But my understanding is that, first of all, they're given money like scores, right? And coins, the money comes from the total reward money that's going to go to the winning rapper.
Oh, I get it.
So my assumption is, like they're going to keep, battling it out, and the winner takes the money. And
it's 200,000 equivalent to about 200,000 US this year, right? EOK.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
It's so each of the judging teams was given, I'm guessing 50,000 then to dish out, right?
Right, yeah.
And it seems from the promo material that once you get to the rap battle section, if you beat someone, you get all their money. And
Yeah,
Probably.
that's what it looks like.
and
Yeah.
I assume down the line this money's going to definitely play into like having an advantage in the future rounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my guess is that later in the team selection rounds, like it's gonna like have some mission or whatever, and
Yeah.
that'll do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit.
So go a little into after the rap battle section. What happens after that?
Oh, real quick about the rap battle, I saw the preview for next week, and every year they've done 1 versus 1, but this year it looks like they're doing 1 versus 1 versus 1.
Huh?
Jeez, so they're gonna get rid of
Huh?
like 2/3 of the people right at the.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Ooh, it's kind of like high school rapper role.
Well, you gotta also think because last year after they did the rap battle and we had the winners, a lot of the winners didn't make it into the team selection. So maybe they're getting rid of people that way instead.
That might be a thing. So team selection phase is kind of it's less structured every season. It's not as official either. What basically happens is they do a bunch of ciphers. They do a bunch of diss battles. They do the producers do their performances so that rappers can choose which producer team to go to. And basically what happens is each producer ends up with about 4 rappers that they're gonna use to fight it out in the main tournament. Is that kind of
No,
clear?
that
or-
makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're gonna whittle it down to probably 16 contestants. Then it's literally just like a 1v1 battle throughout till the end.
Right. That's when the main tournaments begin, and there's like actual like huge performances with like the audience and
Awesome. And
Yeah.
I like how they're accelerating all of this year.
It's going
Yeah.
fast.
Because honestly, it's like this battle's kind of group song mission can be really good or bad. Like
Right.
songs like Turtle Ship are super memorable, but there's a lot of songs that you're like, it was all right. And the main highlight is the main tournament anyway, because you
Right,
always
right.
just end up with the good people.
My
I feel
guess.
like
Oh,
I feel like this year, like they're changing it up a lot. I've watched every single season, but they're changing up a lot. So I feel like all the probably what Warren said is probably pretty much correct. Like I feel like there could be like more surprises in the rules, or like I feel like they might change it up a little more.
I've seen some of the seasons. Is it me or is the talent level way higher this year than normal years?
it's a lot more balanced out.
Yeah, that's what I would say
Yeah.
too.
All right, so Warren, get into like go over all these producing teams now because that's
All
always
right.
good. Because a lot of the times, sometimes, because I'm not super in the rap, I don't know that much about the judges, and I'm a little confused.
All right. So I'm gonna introduce all the judges' teams in the order that was in the cipher video. I'll try to leave a link or whatever. Go check it out. It's on the Mnet channel. And it kind of gives you like an overview of their musical styles. But I'll go into it in detail anyway. So Swings is a rapper. He was a contestant in season 2, a producer in season 3. He's the CEO of 2 companies, Indigo Music and Just Music. He has a lot of Korean haters because of he had a bunch of scandals. Notably, he had to leave military early because of his mental illness. But and yeah, a lot of people don't think he's good at rapping anymore either because he's kind of old. But the fact is, he's really, really good at picking up new rookies. A lot of the contestants this year are under Swings. Kid Millie, Noel, Young B was
Ocean-
also picked up by Swings.
Ocean Gum.
Right, Ocean Gum has also been picked up by Swings. He's one of those people who has really good eye. So he's like you should pay attention to what he says. I would say.
He comes off like an a-hole because he swings, obviously,
Mm.
but at the same time, I respect him. That's what I'll say.
So in the same team as him is this rapper producer called Geary Boy. He was a
Giddy boy.
he was a contestant in season 3, and as you can probably tell, he has a lot of female fans because girls think he's cute. Apparently, I don't know, but his music is very unique, very trendy, very synth-based, pop-based kind of stuff. So that's kind of what you're expecting. Recently, he's been doing a lot of house music. I don't know where he's gonna go with that, but interesting producing style. So you have that. So that's Team Just Music. And then the second team that was in the video was Team Highlight and AOMG. The rapper in that video is Palo Alto. He's another veteran. He's the head of a label called Highlight. Has been rapping for like a good like 17 years or so now. He's a big veteran. He has a very wide range of musical styles, and again, just like Swings, he has a very good eye for production and picking up new rookies. So pay attention to what he says as well.
Yo, Palo Alto was looking a little thick.
mean-
let's be straight up.
I mean, you gotta realize he's like
I get it.
mid-30s now,
I was
yeah.
just a little shocked. I was like, damn, that's Palo Alto.
Dude, he's a adoshi now. Like
Yeah, I
he's
get.
like-
No, you can tell now. He's rocking that dad bod.
But with him is that skinny guy, that skinny burp, the bug-looking guy is Code Kunz. He's a producer. He is one of I think personally one of the best producers in the scene right now. Very unique but chill, vintage kind of vibes. If you're into that lo-fi, shit, like yeah, you're gonna like him. His music is very texture based, which is very unique. So go check it out. He's also very close friends with Noxal, which I will go into in a second. But he's again also very trendy, very young, very chill. Amazing musician. My roommate loves him, so check him out. The third team is Team Illionaire and Ambition, which is two rappers / producers called The Quiet and Changmo. For those of you who don't know, Ambition Music is like a sister company under Illionaire. It's like they call themselves the Illionaire Kids, which is what Changmo says all the time. The Quiet, as I mentioned in the main podcast, recently released an album. Has been around for like, again, almost 18 years now. Good guy, great music. He's very well known for picking up rookies, new talent, great production, good guy, amazing. Some people don't like his rap abilities, which is kind of understandable. He tends to focus a lot on like chill and like slow rapping rather than like going Eminem.
He
all
seems
over the
very
place.
respected. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
He's
a lot of
very respected guy. yeah.
fanboys.
I would say he has like a father figure to like a lot of rappers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Changmo is another rapper / producer who kind of looks up to The Quiet like a father. Great rapper producer. He does a lot of trap music with like a classical musical twist to it because he comes from a piano playing background. I don't know if that makes sense, but
He's very young for
He's
a
very
producer.
young,
He's 24 US
Wow.
age.
Yeah.
I read a couple of controversies about him not being ready to be a producer yet, but if you check out his music, you're not gonna say that. Like I think he's definitely ready for that.
Holy God is a really good song.
Holy God is a really good song. The rest of his recent album is good too. And if you ever go to Norebang with me, I will rap Holy God. All right. Fourth team is Team VMC, which is short for Vis Major Company. They kind of have like a Korean macho vintage kind of vibe to them. If you don't really listen to hip hop, and if you kind of have a stereotypical image of hip hop with like big baggy jeans and that kind of shit, like basketball jackets, this is kind of the vibe they have. Deep Flow, another veteran, he's been around for like 10-12 years or so. He's a great rapper and great musician. Noxal won last year. He was a contestant. He doesn't really have a lot of production ability. Production history, but he's a great rapper. So I'm hoping good stuff comes out of
Bro, he
him.
didn't win. It was what's
Oh
his
right,
face?
he didn't win. Right, Hengsu won.
Hengsu won. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
surprised though because everyone thought that Noxal was gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean Noxal was good the whole time. So
Yo, Deep Flow is like Korean Fat Joe. It's true though, right?
yeah, it's true.
Like I wouldn't say. Well, the rap styles aren't that similar, but he looks like a Korean Fat Joe. He's a bit of a hefty lad.
His big bald shining head.
Is he more known as a rapper or a producer?
He's much more known as the leader of VMC and known
Okay.
to like be like the executive producer of all the albums coming out of VMC.
I have an interesting question before we continue. If
Yeah,
you
go for
had
it.
to join one of these teams, Warren, which one would you want to join?
I would say I wouldn't join VMC
Okay.
because they don't have like a good beat maker around them, nor is Deep Flow and Noxal a beat maker. So I would avoid that.
Okay.
You're gonna
Anywhere
go
else.
to Illinois, aren't you?
I don't know. I would personally choose just music because I'm a
Oh,
I'm
me
a
too.
JM
Honestly,
fanboy, but
JM.
I don't rap at all, but I feel like you want to be mentored by either swings or the quiet. Honestly,
Mm.
I feel like those would.
I wouldn't
be...
mind Palo Alto being a fatherhood.
Yeah, because all three of those teams have like an older
Yeah.
OG rapper guy who could definitely help you out.
So, yeah, those are the 4 teams. I don't know if I did a good job.
No, you
of
did a great
coloring.
job.
That was really good.
That was good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna in the comments section. I'm gonna leave like a suggested song list of like
Ooh.
that kind of like suggests like the
Playlist.
flavor these musicians have. So go check that out. So with that out of the way, we're gonna talk about the main contestants. I can't speak. Fuck.
You said
We're
it
gonna talk
right.
about the
You
main-
said it right like all 3 times, dude.
Oh, did I? Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna talk about the main notable contestants this week. So before I go into that, do you guys have any that you guys want to talk about?
Bro, okay.
A couple.
That boy
Alright.
Nafla is
yo.
an absolute monster.
Mhm.
Like, I had listened to a couple of his songs previously. I'm not that into K-rap in general, but not only is that boy super talented, but he raps in a style that I like to listen to, because one of my favorite rappers in the US is Joey Badass, and they have very similar styles.
Mm.
Hmm.
He's definitely one of the rappers who are definitely gonna make it far, and like
Mhm.
he has like a lot of support from like the casual fans. Because even if you're not a big fan of hip hop, like you can tell like he's fucking good.
Yeah.
He's like really skilled. His voice projects a lot, which a lot of these other rappers didn't really have. So
He has, although he's rapping in Korean, he has a very Western style.
oh yeah.
Mm.
Super Western, which is like international fans. You listen to him, you're like, oh, I get it instantly.
K-Town vibe. That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely a K-Town vibe.
He's from LA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pasadena to K-Town. I think that's what he says.
Yeah.
Lars,
Anita, you said you also have a bunch of opinions.
Oh, not specifically about Nafla.
Oh, okay.
okay,
No,
I got one more pick.
oh, go for it.
Oh.
Yo,
Mhm.
the person who I was most impressed with was d.ark,
Yeah, him.
Yes.
Yo.
the young 15-year-old trilingual kid who rapped in Korean,
Yeah.
some English, and Chinese. I did not expect him to be that good.
What a surprise.
Mm.
He's completely an unknown, right? I assume.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of this guy. Yeah. I mean, man, but to be 15 years old and to be that talented, and with like to have that like, he has a great instrument. Like, do you know like,
Mhm.
he
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
good tone. Like to begin with, like, shit. I wish I was that kid. You know.
I think what I really noticed was just how confident he was. Like he didn't seem phased by everybody
Oh, yeah.
else. So I don't know. I think that he has stage presence.
That boy did not give any Fs. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I started reading some comments in the Korean community that he comes off as a little cocky. So
Bro, if I was that good and I was 15, I'd be cocky too. Like, he knows he's fire, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what are you gonna do? I bet he gets signed by one of these companies at the end. Honestly, he's like
I would imagine so.
he's way too talented to not be signed, because they could just like grow him even more in a couple years and he'll be humongous.
Unless he wants to be an idol.
Like Uchan.
Yeah.
Yo, no offense, but Wu-chan would not make it past round 2 this year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
compare him. So it's d.ark, and the other one was Che Eun-so, the nerdier looking
Yeah.
of the two, right?
Wow, he was
I
so
like
cute.
it.
These two 15-year-olds are crazy talented.
Yo. Man, I don't know. These 15-year-olds just killing it. Man, it was something to watch. It was crazy.
They made some of these older guys look a little bad. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Speaking of like no-named rappers, Chillin' homie came out of nowhere.
Yo,
His tattoo.
yo, that face tat.
Yo. Okay, first of all, I saw the face tattoo and I thought this was gonna be like the wackiest shit ever, but he started rapping and I was like, yo,
Mm.
It was
yo.
dope. Yeah.
I honestly think he's my top 5 picks of this.
Ooh.
Wait, not picks, but you know what I mean, right? Like,
Mhm.
Produce, show me the money.
God.
So are you saying like he's like top 5 overall talented or top 5 picks to win it? There's two different
So
things.
far, he's my top 5 favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite is Loopy.
Loopy.
Oh, Loopy.
Loopy.
Loopy is amazing.
Mm.
He's in the same group as he's on the same label with Nafla, with what's it called, Make It Rain. So they kind of
Yeah.
share like a similar musical style. And Loopy, the fact with Loopy is that there was a long period for him when he was a no-namer. He was just
Mm-hmm.
another rapper you find on the internet. And then he
Mhm.
changed his name to Loopy, and then he suddenly became really good when he turned 30. Shout out to Loopy, man.
He was one of those guys who talked shit about Show Me the Money previously, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, like, Show Me the Money it's a controversial subject in general for like Korean rap, because like, it's like you go on that show to get famous, but at the same time, it's kind of a cop out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the whole issue with Show Me the Money in general. But at the end of the day, like, there's so much popularity and money to be made by doing this show. It completely outweighs whatever resentment people generally hold towards the show.
Mhm.
And the fact with Loopy about this issue is that if I remember correctly, back when Loopy kind of like publicly criticized rappers on Show Me the Money, that was still pretty early on. Like I think it was like season 3 or so, or so.
Mm.
Like yeah. So it was kind of a different vibe back then. So that's kind of with that too. But yeah, Loopy. I personally like Loopy over Nafla, to be honest. So
I
Really?
agree.
Too.
I like
agree
I
with
like
that.
Dafla way more.
Really. Hmm.
Nafla is
Yeah.
amazing, but Loopy's more my like
I like a
preference.
tone. Yeah.
Loopy makes better music. I'll give you that. Like
Mm.
Nafla's better at rapping, but Loopy makes better albums. That's what I like about
Okay,
Loopy.
that's fair.
So speaking of Loopy, the guy who went after Loopy is my favorite. Well, I think like my third favorite. So my boy Young Debo.
Are you okay?
Debo.
So
Debo,
Debo was that crazy bleached blonde hair guy, right?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay, why was he wearing pants on pants?
I don't know, but it looks cool. I want to do it sometime.
Is he is he famous? Like, oh, give me some
He's-
background on him.
All right, so Debo became famous, I think, on season 4 or so, and he was just called Young Debo. And all the actually, I think it was season 3. All the producers on round 2 clicked on fail, except my man YDG, and
Mm.
he didn't make it.
Yes.
He didn't make it far after that. But the thing with Debo is that after that he became really famous on SoundCloud, YouTube. He started getting better connections with like more famous rappers. For example, he's really, really good friends with Black Nut and JM in general. And I don't know what it is. His rap is bad, but it's good.
LOL.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a song by him called Spaceship, and the chorus is "Ooh," and like, the first time I heard it, it was really annoying. But
For
give
someone
it,
like me who's a casual, I was like, "What the f is this?"
Yeah.
give it a couple listens. Just trust me and give it a couple listens, and you'll like it. It's art.
Okay. Okay. I
Artist.
feel you.
All right.
Do you want to talk about some of the young guns that were on the show?
Oh yeah, we should talk about the rappers from
High school rappers.
rapper. Yeah. So the guy who went first was Bully the Bastard.
Mm,
Bully.
Like, do you like him, Jenny?
Yeah, I really liked him, but he was okay this time. He wasn't that good. But I support him.
So Bully the Bastard, a little background, is he always kind of raps aggressively. He's always kind of angry, he's kind of pissed
Yes.
off,
Mhm.
and he's
Yes.
like always like, la, 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 like. But then he kind of changed it up this round. So I feel like he's trying to like expand his musical range a little bit,
Mm.
and I think that's really.
I
great.
feel like round 2 you need to play it as safe as possible. Like, you
He needs to, yeah.
most of these
Yeah.
people a lot of these people rap previously released songs, right? Like Nuxal did last season. No one ever complains when you do like your normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like round 2 is critical because it's like at least this year it's even more critical because the casuals watch episode 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you really just gotta show like this is who I am in round 2, right?
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
I don't think switching it up was a great idea, but
Well, at least he lives.
yeah, barely.
Yeah.
He will show that, in the next round, hopefully.
I
I
think
don't want
he
him
will.
to get eliminated.
I feel like if it's actually 1v1v1, he's gonna have a slim chance of getting anywhere. So
Yeah.
That's true.
speaking of high school rappers, we had another one called Ocean Gum.
Yay.
Dude, he got absolutely pooped on by Giddy
Kitty
Boy.
boy.
Okay, but knowing his rap, like, I don't think he also like tried that hard either. Like, it was too like laid back, I would say. Oh my god, Giri was like, "I'm ashamed that you're JM."
Oh my god.
So this season, if you're affiliated with someone, they're instantly failing you, right? So you don't get an advantage.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
like the-
yeah.
Unspoken rule.
I think that's a fair thing to do, anyway.
yeah.
Same. The thing with Ocean Gum is that he has a lot of he kind of should have a lot of pressure on his back, because
True.
a lot of the major players in his company, like a lot of his label mates has had scandals, have left, or like are currently like going through like legal shit. Like that's a story for another
Why
time.
not?
But he's kind of like one of the few sources of money in his company now. So like
Oh no.
God.
he's gotta do well. I don't know. Being a JM fan, like he's like my least favorite member. I hope he does well, but we'll go on. We'll move on for now.
Okay,
Another-
before we move on from high school rappers,
Luda.
I can't believe Luda too, but I can't believe Chinchilla got eliminated.
Oh yeah.
But his stage sucked. I was so sad.
Yeah.
Chinchilla's like my favorite rapper ever.
He's like the guy with the chessboard hair, right?
Yeah.
The chessboard hair.
The black and white. I don't like him that much, but
Okay, I was really
Yeah.
sad. Move on.
He has cool swag though. I'll give him that. Like
He
he
does.
looked cool.
I don't know. I kind of. This might sound weird, but I kind of want to try his hairstyle. Like, oh.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
no.
Hajima.
Right. Yeah. So the other high school rapper on the show was Luda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He kind of looks like Joker, but he was. I 100% agree with Gary Boy on this. He was one of those rappers with like a one of those like trendy verse,
Mm.
but he was really good at what he was doing.
Geary Boy always liked him. Always liked his style.
Oh really? Did he like him
Yeah.
in High School Rapper too?
Yeah, he gave
Okay.
him like full points.
Oh shit.
It seems like okay, this is a debate between mumble rapping and not mumble rapping. I'm happy that the judges are kind of anti-mumble rap in general on this
Oh,
show
yeah.
this year.
Mm.
Well, if you look at the judges, there's very few mumble, like they don't really mumble rap anyway. These guys that much.
I mean, the fact is, like, all the contestants that are doing mumble rap, except Debo, by the way,
Mhm.
were really bad,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of deserve to get kicked out. So. I don't
Okay.
know.
Luda though, like he's also a really good like freestyle rapper.
Oh.
Hmm.
And his personality is like so funny and unique. Like he's gonna be a joy on this show just to watch. And like
His
the
reactions.
editors and the PD of the show is like gonna love him because he's just so fun to watch.
It was
What
funny
reaction?
when the judges were talking about him. They're like, "Is he always this weird?" And they're like, "Yes."
Like, yeah. He's so weird.
He's like hype about every song. Like that's.
I
kinda-
know.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Changmo who was like, "Yes, he's always like this."
Yeah.
So yeah. Who else did he have? We had OD. Ooh, old looking guy from VMC. He's personally one of my favorites as well, cause he has like a very low tone, but he's very tight with his rap style. Yet his pronunciation is really good, and having all those three characteristics is kind of very rare nowadays.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, this guy.
he's like the guy with the beard.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he looks like older than Kitty.
Yeah. But I would keep an eye on him. I hope he does well.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was on it? Kugi was on the show.
I like him. He's good.
Okay. As a casual, who can't really understand the lyrics until the English sub comes out, right? I understand that he's pretty good. I know you wrote down that he has a good tone. I wish he had like a little bit of a stronger voice, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like I feel like the he has a good tone, but I feel he's not aggressive and like it's not his fault. He just doesn't look like an aggressive guy, right? Like
Yeah.
if he had his rap talent but was more aggressive with like a harsher voice, I think he would be even better.
He looked fresh though.
Yo, that
say.
headband though, I need to get
Yeah.
the headband.
I just really like the whole relationship between the Quiet and him. I like that. I want
There was
them to be in
there
the
was
team
already
together.
a bromance going on.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go to Illionaire, it's like anime betrayal.
Top 10. Let's go.
Definitely.
To give you guys a little bit of like juicy hot gossip going around the internet. So the member who left Just Music recently is a guy named Bill Stacks.
Yep.
He was a contestant on season 3 as Vasco back then, and while leaving the company, he created his own company called ATM Soul, and the only member of that company is Kugi.
Oh
Really?
wow.
And the rumor is that Bill Stacks and Swings didn't part on the most pleasant ways. So
Damn.
Awkward.
that might have some awkward tensions here and there. So.
Unrelated K-rap news, but Bill Stacks lost custody of his child too yesterday.
No.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Because of his like he's one of the ones in a weed scandal, correct?
Yeah, the fake cocaine, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, so his wife has full custody now. So that was something that came up.
Dang.
Shit.
Low-key shitty ex-wife, so sucks for the kid. But speaking of another good rapper, PH1.
Yay, Peach one.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was interesting how they edited this, where they showed a bunch of failed singer rappers before him, and then it was like, yo, look at this guy do it correctly, right? Like that's the vibe I got, and he killed it.
He
like
kind of
him.
recently I've noticed that there's a lot of like singing rappers, right? And a lot of those rappers can't sing, and they try to sing rap, and it just comes off really bad.
I mean, he's just the homebody. Let's be straight up.
oh.
I really liked his lyrics too. It was just really good.
The best thing for me was like he did his little singing bit, and then he flashed his rap for like 15 seconds, so you knew he was good at it, and then he went back to the singing, and I was like, oh, that's so swag.
Man,
He
I
was
really
just
wanna
giving you a
watch-
taste.
I really want to watch him get to the final rounds, the main tournament,
Oh yeah,
so that I
nuts.
can watch like full
No,
PH1
he's
experience.
yeah, he's already like an artist. I could totally just see him already performing like a whole stage by himself.
So yeah, another rapper we had was Chaboom. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about Chaboom before. this
He's
episode.
old, right?
He's old. He's definitely
Yeah, he's
old,
old.
but he's not been around for too long. I think he's like late 20s or so.
Oh no, he's 33. He looks
he's
he
33?
looks way older though.
Yeah.
I thought he was like
He-
40.
He's the only rapper I would say among the contestants that we saw that I considered complete underground up until this season,
Oh
because
wow.
his album was independently released, so he was actually by definition indie music.
Indie.
You
Yeah.
can also tell with him, maybe because he's a little older or whatever, that all the judges respected him. That was one vibe I got.
All the judges are like close friends with him.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
obvious, and he was funny too. Like, and
Oh yeah.
he for the way he looks, his style was so aggressive. Like,
Yeah, he's known as the Ansan Noir gangster rapper.
he looks like a campe or a gangster. Like he straight up looks like one. Especially he came up in that like floral shirt. I was like, oh my god, this guy's literally a gangster. But he seemed like those nice gangsters who's like all charismatic, but like second the door shut, he like punches someone. Like that's the vibe I got.
Oh. So yeah, I think we covered.
Can we talk
Mommy's
about
phone.
Can we talk about the most ridiculous thing ever of this episode?
Mommy
Mommy's phone.
So Mommy's son is literally the.
No spoilers alert! If you
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Why
I'm gonna
not?
talk about the name first. So
Oh,
Mommy
okay.
Sun is the name of a brand of Korean dishwashing gloves, correct? Which is the same color of the hat he was wearing.
Yes,
Oh.
pink gloves.
So
Yeah.
it's those pink gloves you wear when you wash the dishes. That was literally like the same color that his face mask thing was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so spoiler alert. Beep 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 beep. Beep. All right, let's just break it. That's 100% Mad Clown. Like
has
who is
to
he trying
be.
to fool?
500% Mad Clown, but I don't know.
Is it one of those things like you wear the mask and you get the swag? Is that what he's trying to do?
That's what he said, that when he puts the mask on, he gains a little bit more confidence.
Yeah. And he said he's like he's like a crazy, he's like a funny person inside, and I feel like he said like with the mask like that brings out more in him.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure, it's his memory didn't improve.
Oh my god, I know. Like why did
Oh,
it end
no.
there? I was like, what the heck?
Can he just like not do live? Like, I don't get it.
I
I'm
think
so sad.
So a little bit of background with Mad Clown at the moment is that his contract with Starship is coming to an end,
Oh, that's why.
and I believe he's trying to like sign with like another newer, more trendy kind of label.
Mhm.
And that's what he's kind of going
Do
for.
you, do you
maybe.
feel like he's also trying to like break away from the idol company look in general?
Yeah.
That was the vibe I got, because it's like, all right, Starship's like top 10 biggest companies for K-pop idols,
Mhm.
and it was always strange, but he's like a very mass marketable rapper because of his looks. He looks a little nerdy. He has like a
Right.
soft voice, right?
Mhm.
But the vibe I got was like he's just trying to invent himself as a new character. Although wearing a pink face mask thing in Korea is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard of.
I mean, it's kind of working. Like,
Yeah. I had no idea like that was his purpose, but now that I hear it, like I think that's super smart.
Mhm.
there's a SoundCloud for Mommy Son, and he uploaded his recent tracks
Oh
where
my god, what?
he's really aggressive.
Dang.
It's really good. Y'all should check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Bro, is he planning to take this off and everyone be like, no one's surprised, bro. Like, we know it's you. He should take off the mask and have some like crazy hair or something. That would be more interesting. Like,
I wish he
it's,
got a buzz.
like I think it's crazy how like he was a judge, he was a producer on this show,
mhm.
and he's like coming out as a contestant again. It's just like wow.
Warren,
Like,
I don't
props
know
to
that
him.
much about him. Is he like a troll in general?
He's
It's
not.
I wouldn't think so.
a lot of people think he's not a troll, but his close friends say that he's kind of a troll once you like get to know him really well. Like that's what people in Soul Company said. That's what Just This said in their interviews. So
Because this is like a class A troll, like right now.
I think that's like the side of him, like that's he's trying to bring out through this
Yeah.
season.
Man, but like, God, of all the people to try to like do this, it's so funny that it's Mad Clown. Like,
fucking Mad Clown.
I know.
Mad Clown looks like the valid Victorian in your class. Like, like on a face value, zero swag, right? Like, this is so funny to me.
If you listen to, sorry, go for it.
No, continue.
If you listen to his like old songs, like 15 years old, actually not 15, but like at least like 10-year-old songs, you can kind of tell he kind of like he kind of had it all the time. Like he had a song about this is, I don't know if it's still online because this is back when internet radios were a thing. He had a song about fucking, and it was kind of weird.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
He's always had that kind of like weird shit inside him, and just like kind of
He's
picked it up.
married,
It's
right?
just coming out.
He's
Yeah,
married.
he's married. Yeah.
This is so strange, this decision in general.
Maybe he needs to make some money now that he's ending with Starship.
That's what
Yeah.
it seems like, because like,
Well, I just hope like it doesn't end like a
Badly,
meme,
yeah.
Yeah, because I really like Mad Clown and his rap. So I'm just so sad he messed up.
the way they edited it, I don't think he's getting cut, because they wouldn't have edited it like that if he wasn't sticking around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
he's gonna make it.
Yeah, we're too good for Mnet now. You can't trick us, Mnet. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we covered all the major contestants. Is there anyone else you guys want to talk about?
Okay. How about the kid who always comes on the show, Super B, right?
Yay.
All right, so I was gonna save the unaired contestants for next week, but yeah, we can talk about Super B.
Let's just talk about like some expectations then, since we have
Okay.
a little bit of time. Super
All
B.
right, well,
Do you think
Super
he's gotten
B.
better in the last year?
he's gotten at least double better.
Ooh.
Really? So do you think he's actually a contender this year?
I think he's very likely to get to finals. If you listen to his recent music, his verses have become like a lot more rhythmic and complex, and like very like much more skilled per se. So
Hmm.
he still looks like a kid, like a middle schooler, but he got good verses. So best of luck to Super B, man.
Okay, so Myeondo, he just didn't come out this year, right?
Yeah.
Also, Hash Swan didn't come out. That was a little surprising.
Ashwan.
I'm
All the
surprised.
familiar faces didn't come out.
Yeah, like I'm
except-
surprised. Like Juno Flow didn't show up again.
Mm.
Mike, like what's his name? Kilogram didn't come again.
Kilogram, that was a weird one too.
Mm.
But I feel like he wouldn't even make it past level 2 this year.
Yeah. Speaking of expectations for next week, though, right? My favorite rapper nowadays,
Kid Millie.
Kid Millie, aka Cozy Boy. Here, where we at? Kid Millie, fam. He's like one of my favorite rappers nowadays. He put out an album, I think, earlier this year, which I again consider like one of the best albums of the year. He's very trendy and has a very unique flow. And if you've seen High School Rapper and you know who Vincent is, they kind of share a very similar style. And Kid Millie is he's just really good. I don't know. I kind of fanboy him a lot.
Yo,
My little oppa.
I'm surprised like Snacky Chan came out again.
I know.
Uh,
That's like,
yeah.
Who's that one other older Hyung who's mixed?
was he the
Maniac.
old guy?
Maniac. He's out. He's on it again too, right?
Oh yeah, he's on it again too. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then Ready, man, he had a terrible run last year. Like he wasn't ready. Let's be real here. He was not. That cipher was so cringy last year.
Yeah, I feel like Reddy's not gonna get a lot of screen time this year. But
I think they've given up on him. And then,
yeah.
do you think they're gonna give Noel a lot of screen time?
Oh, Noel's one of my favorite rappers too. I hope they do. I hope they do. He's really talented now. He's a really solid musician and one of the best artists to ever come
Do
out
you
of
think
High School
people
Rapper.
are willing to overlook his controversies in the past?
No, they're not. They're never gonna overlook that. Korean internet just. never does
Mnet's
that.
gonna like use that, I think, to their advantage.
Yeah, if they're gonna have if they ever give Noel screen time, they're gonna have like a solid minute or two about like Noel crying and be like, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was the guy who talked crap about his own parents, right? What was the
No.
main scandal?
No.
He was apparently the controversy was that he was a bully, and then then a bunch of people are like, wait, no, he was being bullied, and then his father's a like a senator.
I remember now. Okay.
Yeah. Complicated. I'm not gonna give you guys a conclusion because it's kind of open-ended controversy going on here, but controversial nonetheless. So.
Is there anyone else from next week who you're low-key excited for, who we might not know about?
Well, I have two, right? There's a rapper called New Champ. He's been on the show numerous times at this point,
New
but he's
Champ.
never gotten.
Why?
looks
Why
He
are
looks
you
like Champ
excited for him?
twice. I'm not excited for him, but this guy, it looks like he's gonna get a lot of screen time next week. Looking by the previews, because he
He
looks like
really
he's gonna-
scares me. I'm sorry, he scares me a lot.
Not a big fan, but he's a controversial guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, Jung Sang-soo.
Wait, did he come out again?
No, he's in so
No.
much legal trouble right now.
Dude, he's in jail,
Oh.
isn't he?
He's in
Oh my
jail.
God.
Wait, why is he in jail?
He like assaulted a bunch of people.
He-
What?
Oh my god.
Dude, he picked fights on a weekly basis.
Oh, that's not surprising though.
Yeah, so here's the title of the article. Rapper Jung Sang-soo gets booked for assault again. That was the title of the article.
Again.
God.
Again. Because
But
he
one
gets
rapper,
drunk and then he punches people, apparently.
Damn, scary.
One rapper I'm really looking forward to though, for real, is This guy named Zene the Zilla from Young Thugs Club.
Zenny the Zilla. Okay, I've never
He's
heard of him.
You've probably seen his reaction in the during the episode.
Oh, what does he look like?
Is he the
he
green hair
has-
guy?
He's the green-haired guy with sunglasses that are
Oh,
always
yeah.
kind of too low.
Yeah.
He is, I personally think, one of the rookies with mumble rapping, kind of singing rapping kind of deal.
Mhm.
And he's really kind of solid, yet he's able to kind of control his abilities really well. So I kind of hope he gets really far. He had a bunch of featuring songs with The Quiet on his new album, Woody Go Child from last year.
How about Owen?
I fucking hate Owen, but
It's an oldie.
Owen's been on the show like 2-3 times now. He's in Make It Rain with Nafla and Loopy. He's more of a conscious rapper kind of guy, except he's a very controversial guy with whatever he says. Like he'll brag about like fucking his fans. Like he'll brag about that shit on Instagram all the time. And if he gets
Owen?
criticized, he's like,
Dude,
yo,
he
internet
looks
fan.
like a straight up thug. Let's be real here.
He had a controversy with like one of the K-pop fans, I believe.
Mm.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. He made offensive jokes about a K-pop group and jokes about women. Yeah, I remember reading that and I was like, oh no, he's scary.
Let's be straight up. How many of these rappers haven't done that though?
No, but he's
That's
on a
true,
new level.
but yeah,
He's
he's
on a
like
new level.
he was fighting with people like on
Dang.
Instagram.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's one of the few rappers that I constantly see fighting like regular people on an online hip hop community. Like he'll show up and be
Jeez.
like, "I fucking hate you
Dang.
guys."
Yo, where's SojuTalk? Where's that kid at? Man,
who knows?
he's like a show me
What's
the
he up
money like mainstay, that guy. But I normally don't get into show me the money that heavily, but I was pretty intrigued by this first episode. You know.
Yeah.
So Warren, I'm gonna hold you to this. If you had to put your money on who's gonna win, who's winning this?
Oh.
if I have to make a bet, I would bet on Nafla, even though I'm a Kid Millie fan.
Do you think they both make it to finals, like the final?
Like when there's like only like 2-3 people left.
Yeah, or do you think one of them messes up and gets out?
Oh. I think it's more likely that the two of them make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's,
like those two and maybe like Chillin' Homie or some shit.
we'll see. So yeah, we'll see. But it definitely, the entire edit was like Nafla, Kid Millie over and over again.
Yeah.
They showed like people mentioning them together about 50 times, sort of like when BY and CJM were on the season together. But we'll see, because you never know what happens. Someone might get screwed in round 3, right? That always happens. Someone gets screwed over. Last year was Penomaker, right?
Oh yeah. But yeah, Penomaker with
Oh,
Athol in
yeah.
1v1.
It's bound to happen to someone who's decent. It always happens. Someone's gonna get screwed.
You never know. Super B might get screwed in round 3.
I honestly think that's gonna happen. I think they're kind of sick of him on the show and they're just gonna screw him over.
Dang.
Yeah, like the producers might be like, "Oh, why are you on the show again? Whoa. Go away."
But do we got anything else to say, Warren? Or are we good?
I feel like this is one of the best seasons going in.
Ooh.
I
Y'all
think so
better
too.
keep an eye and
All right.
watch our episodes.
So we are SojuTalk. Thanks everyone for listening in. This was our post-podcast coverage of Show Me the Money 777. I'd like to thank the SojuTalk crew, because I ain't going to mention you all again because we do that every time. But thanks for listening in. Check out our main podcast, and we will see you next week when we cover episode 2. Bye.
Bye.